Can I ask you a personal question?
Of course.
Yeah, so I'll define addiction for you, okay? A standard non-controversial definition. So addiction is manifested in any behavior that a person craves, finds temporary pleasure or relief in, but then experiences negative consequences in the long term and doesn't give up. So craving relief, pleasure short term, long-term negative consequence, inability to give it up. That's what addiction is. I said any behavior. I didn't say drugs. Could be drugs. So I'm going to ask you now, by that definition, Brian, have you ever had an addictive behavior in your life?
Yes, many.
Okay, so I'm not going to ask you what, when, or for how long. I'm just going to ask you, what did you like about it? What did it do for you?
It gave me temporary relief.
From?
From the pain I was feeling, usually related to interacting with my fellow humans.
Okay.
Or how I felt doing that.
Okay, so you had the emotional pain that was triggered for you by interaction with people.
And maybe even with being myself as well.
How you experience yourself.
I think I wanted to get away from myself.
You weren't comfortable in your own skin.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. In other words, the addiction provided pain relief for you, temporarily.
Yes.
Now, as a spiritual teacher said, addictions all begin in pain and they end in pain. But we're talking about the beginnings now. In other words, the addiction wasn't your problem. Your problem was that you had a lot of emotional pain you didn't know what to do with. So the addiction was really an attempt to solve a problem. So when you say, why do people use substances or why do they engage in addictions in general, it's because they have a problem they don't know what to do with. And if you really understand their addiction, like with yourself, we have to ask, well, what gave you so much emotional pain? And how come you didn't have the internal resources? This is not a judgment, it's simply an inquiry. How come you lacked at some point the internal resources to deal with that pain in a more creative, forward-looking way that would help you resolve the pain rather than to perpetuate it? So really what it was is that the addiction came along to help you solve a problem you had no other solutions for at the time. And that's the case for all addictions. So why do people engage in addictions? Because they have deep emotional problems they don't have the means to resolve on their own. That's why they use.
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.